yours truly. Straight Like That Podcast. Uncut Live Productions. Where we keep it 100 on 1,000. We will not be paused, edited, or muted. Straight like that. We focus on mind, body, soul, spirit, faith, social issues, community. Nothing's off the table. We keep it real. We keep it 100 on 1,000. Straight like that.
To the clouds. 24/7 gotta get by the way out. Stuck on the grind, money on my mind. Hey, I want them M&M's, shine ball like Will and them. 4-5 shoot shots outside the gym. I want them M&M's, shine ball like no shooters outside the gym. Cool niggas can't. 24/7 trying to find my way out. 10 toes down, money on my mind. I want them M&M's, tryna ball like quick start to ride the wheel, hood chick goes riding, 4-5 inside the steer. I want a new crib, put my chick on some new shit, put my mom in that new drill, put my mom on a cruise ship, Helly dinners at Rue Chris, gangsta wait on a few trips, bust it down on a few sips. Won't do work with no loose lips. We won't end up on news clips. Had to jump off a few clips just to get in the new zip. Now my haters is too sick. And my ex was some bullshit. Man, that take it was too quick. Made my racks do a few flips. 24/7, I think about the way I 10 toes down, head to the clouds. 24/7, gotta think about the way I stuck on the grind. Money on my mind. Yeah. I want some M&M's. I want them M&M's. You gotta get on the top row. On the top row, Greg. Hold up. I want mine on the back end while I'm caving up. Trust no. I was out now, I'm back in. Really came on my. Get more than a tax man. And more checks than the. Kept my girl from way back then. She been with me since back then. I remember way back when they slept when we was clapping. Ever since they was clapping. When we got get no capping. Little like that they rapping. That's the difference they acting. They the day we reacting. How the system treat black men. Had to blow some play captain. Cap a hoodie and track pants. Try to top on that black man. And that water with shot pants. Hit the move like I'm Clark Kent. The blues like 10 toes down, head to the clouds. 24/7, gotta think about the way out. Stuck on the grind, money on my mind. I was outside my hill, shoot shots outside the gym. I want them M&M's. No shooters outside the gym. Goofy niggas can't ride with them.
Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they produce your future.
Oh, it is, y'all, for real. Well, I tell you, I'm so glad that man don't choose who God gonna use, y'all. I tell you, I'm just, giving a little shout out to my crew over here. I'm the founder of Men Against Murder, and also the People Can Change Youth Movement, but also I gotta say something on one of the brothers, that came up. And I hope you don't feel I'm putting them out there, but it meant something to me. He got a call that was like an emergency, and I was concerned because I was feeling just that he felt that. And so the thing is that he wanted to, and I was just like, what does he want to do? Does he want to just go back now and handle this family emergency? Or does he want to push forward to this positive event? Because sometimes you have to push through the pain, y'all. How many of y'all know that? See, the good times never show you what you made of. The hard times show you what you made of. So, brother, I just want to thank you, man. It was amazing. In fact, that's just how that is. And I just want to say, you should let him love you. Let him be the one to show you all the things that you can be. Yeah. Let him love you. Love you. Hey, yeah. So check this out. You're looking at not a talking miracle, a walking miracle. I'm one of the younger people. They wrote the series called The Wire that was in Baltimore. My godfather was a man named Little Melvin Williams from American Gangster, and I was known as Crazy Ted. So even though I'm known as Dr. Ted, if anybody ever Googles Crazy Ted, you will see me. So I was that person that definitely did some things that wasn't so good out there. And I'm just saying it the nice way. But I only say that to say that, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Yeah. And so for my situation, after I owned my first car at 15, first house at 19, I was with some of the rougher people out there. But one thing that was so significant, I had 1 year that so many things happened that I almost lost my mind. First, they had already given my godfather 35 years. My best friend was gunned down. We had to hold his brains in while the paramedics came. 2 of my guys in my crew both received life plus 20. I'm sorry, can you turn the mic down just a little bit? Because I'm getting a little feedback. And all of these things ended up happening. Then one of my friends, he got caught with a carload of guns, and he sent the ATF to my house. My house was raided, and I was looking at time for something I didn't do. The one thing I didn't do. But they say it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Let me share what ended up happening. When I was in that courtroom, and I ended up being in that situation that I actually, when they read off my arrest record, I had been arrested for racketeering, loan sharking, handgun, assault with a handgun. My lawyer said, there's no way you're going home. And I actually ended up asking for God to give me a second chance in the Mitchell Courthouse building, 2nd floor, 4th bathroom stall, 10 minutes before I was to get sentenced to 15 years for something that I did not do when I had did some other things. And let me share something with you. I tell people I didn't call out to God. I hollered. See, the thing is that, when you're broken, you have more pieces to work with. And I had been through seeing my friends, one of my friends gunned down, and he was paralyzed from the neck down, and another one, he's serving life plus 20, and I didn't really know where did I fit in. And when I ended up doing that, I went back into the courtroom, and I only had 2 people that showed up, and that was the one that was testifying against me. And he knew that wasn't true. And the other one, actually, he ended up coming in and he would not even acknowledge me. And I realized something. He didn't want nobody to even know he knew Crazy Ted. And so if you don't remember my name, just remember this message. The worst thing that could ever happen to you is for you to fall in love with something that don't love you back, all right? See, when you love something that don't love you, you do all the giving and it does all the taking until you don't have nothing else to give anymore. And I had left home and I was a problem, and I carried that sawed-off shotgun, and I wanted to be known as Crazy Ted, and I did not want to be known as the child of God that I really was. Because I ain't tell you my father organized for Dr. King. My mother worked for Medgar Evers. My uncle was a Black Panther with Bunchy Carter. I said my grandfather was one of the deacons for defense that fought against the Klan, and I wanted to be known as Crazy Ted. To tell some of you parents out there, there's a major case of identity theft that's happening with our children. Do you hear what I'm saying? They're trying to steal our children's identity. They don't want them to know how great they really are. They want them to be known, and so that's why we get these nicknames, and I say choose your friends, don't let your friends choose you. Because as we get the names of just grimy and dirty and crazy, we end up having to live up to the names that the streets have given us. And so you're looking at that, but let me tell you why that was one of the best days in my life, is because after I actually changed my life and I went back into that courtroom and they read off my arrest record, and the state's attorney said there's no way, he said this young man should not be allowed to go back into the community. My lawyer said that I'm not going home. I should have brought my toothbrush. I called home and told my brother, if I don't come home, just tell Ma it ain't her fault. And I went back into the courtroom, and let me tell you something, I ended up receiving a miracle because I know that God had a conversation with that judge. You know, and God, because the judge was trying to offer me 15 years, and God said, don't do it. He said, I got to give him the 7 years. He said, no, let me handle him. He said, I got to give him the 4 years. He said, that's my property. He said, I got to give him at least the 18 months. And let me show you something. He ended up dismissing all charges on me, y'all. He ended up, in fact, I actually chose what jail. Let me tell you how I put a salary cap on God. I ended up choosing the jail that I was going to go to. I said, I don't want to go to Hagerstown. I don't want to go to the Eastern Shore. I said, send me to Jessup. I said, now, you know what? I said, and don't cry when you get your time. You ain't cry in the street, don't cry now. I said, the bailiff is going to tap you on your back. You're going to get your paperwork. You're going to walk over here where the judge is. You're going to go behind the door. They're going to take you down 2 flights of steps. They're going to take you to a room, you know, where you where the holding cell. They're going to put a belt around you. They're going to chain you to some other guys. A white van is going to come and pick you up, and 4 sheriffs are going to bring you out. And the judge had to tell me a second time, Mr. Sutton, I said you can go. He said, but I hope I never see you like this again. And for the first time, it was real. And I said, you will never see me like this again. And I went out and got my bachelor's degree, my master's degree, my doctorate degree. I started transitional housing for gang members. I started an independent living program for young men aging out of foster care. I started a recording studio for young people. I actually wrote the book Temporarily Insane, another one From Pain to Power. I partnered up with Martin Luther King's daughter, and I started going around the country. I started working with gang members. I started working with Bloods in California, Crips in Little Rock, Arkansas, Vice Lords, Gangster Disciples in Chicago, Junior Black Mafia in Philadelphia, Ninth Ward Boys in New Orleans, the 515 Boys in London, the Johnsons, the Burgers in the UK, the Americans in South Africa, the East Side Boys in Zimbabwe, the Insane Vice Lords, Jackson, Mississippi. And actually, I happen to be right now in DC with the message, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish, y'all.
I got that Jesus flu, yeah, I got that Jesus flu, yeah, I got that Jesus flu, listen, yeah, I got that Jesus flu, yeah, that Jesus flu, yeah, I got that Jesus flu, listen, yeah, I got that Jesus flu, yeah, hey, you with the Jesus flu, it's an epidemic and it's coming straight to you, it's on the news, you can't escape, it's on the move, there ain't no penicillin for this type of flu, symptoms include a grateful heart and forgiveness, agape love it, true repentance, a lifestyle decision to be more like Jesus, cause we all need a little more Jesus. Yeah, I got that Jesus flu, and if you get a little closer, I'ma give it to you. And if you listen to the song, you've been affected, it's true. You might as well accept that Jesus flu. Listen, yeah, I got that Jesus flu, but man, listen, I'ma give it to you. Listen, yeah, I got that Jesus flu, bruh. Listen.
Listen, I'ma share it with you. Listen, yeah, we got that Jesus flu. Hey, yeah, I got that Jesus flu. Yeah, we got that Jesus flu. Listen, yeah, I'ma share it with you. Don't need that bird flu, I got that Jesus flu. Holy Spirit running through and it's expected to move. I'ma pass it to my neighbor, let him share it with you. The devil can't stop it, he don't know what to do. Hey, he is shook one in a crook, son. Every time I sneeze, I got affliction like I took some. Jesus running through my veins like that cage, scriptures on my brain. So when I spit, yeah, I got that Jesus flu. Hey, get a little closer, I'ma give it to you. And if you listen to, oh man, they said it wouldn't catch, but it went Jesus flu. Yeah, we got that Jesus flu. Hey, we got that Jesus flu. Hey, we got that Jesus flu. Hey, we gon' give it to the whole world. Yeah, yeah, we got that Jesus flu. Hey, hey, we got that Jesus flu. Yeah, we got that Jesus flu. Yeah, we gon' give it to the whole world, y'all. Like I said, Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to me, bro.
I don't think they get the picture. I just thank God for Gary Clark for having me here. Us Boys and Poets is definitely a godsend to be here, and it's definitely a blessing. I was gonna play a couple originals and some covers that y'all are familiar with, maybe familiar with, and it's just gonna be about I'm just a fun soul. I just love doing music and just love to express my gifts to all around the world, numerous communities, and I just want to bless y'all with just some great fun music. So let's just get at it and let's get to it. So thank y'all.